What up, YouTube? This is GeoStealthR1, and I'm coming to you with another follow-up on my Axial Yeti 1/10 scale RC. Now, in my last video, I ended up doing a screw kit upgrade from Team K&K Hardware, and a lot of the fans of the show were asking me on the side, you know, what's up with all the new electronics that you threw into your Yeti? And I decided, you know, let me talk about this on a follow-up video. But that being said, before I even get into that, as of last week, Axial has just released the news that they were coming out with a 1/8 scale Yeti. And at the end of the video, I'll just show you the size difference between the Yeti that I have and the Yeti that they're releasing very soon. And I was like, when I saw it, I'm like, oh my God, you know, I would have definitely have acquired the 1/8 scale over the 1/10 scale. But now that I have the 1/10 scale, there's a lot more things I can do with the 1/10 scale over the 1/8 scale. Now, after doing the research for the 1/8 scale, I realized that, oh my God, the motor and ESC that are in the 8 scale are also the motor and ESC that I threw into my 10 scale. And this is the 2200 kV motor with the Sidewinder 8Th from Castle Creations. And that was my update that I was going to release on a video, which I didn't make, which is today. And I installed that over there, and now Axial has come out with the Sidewinder 8 edition. I'm not too sure what they call it, with the 2200 kV motor. So that being said, now I have that in a 1/10 scale RC. So let me just tell you that me installing this was a little tricky, and you guys well may know I don't like to remount parts, but I ended up having to remount a little bit of the battery tray for the motor to fit in there. Now, a lot of people use tools. I, in actuality, started grinding it out. Well, not grinding it out, but shaving it out with an X-Acto knife, and just continuously making it as real, you know, as it came off the factory, you know, type scenario. So it came out really well. I mean, I don't see any misshaven parts or anything like that, but I want to make sure that it looked like, you know, something that actually would have released, and it's there. So that came out really well. The ESC mounted immediately onto the same screws that were initially there from the original ESC, which I have right here, and there was a whole bunch of clips and everything like that, but everything mounted on the way I wanted it to mount down and stuff like that. Both units are still water resistant, so that was definitely a plus that that I wanted to install into this vehicle. Other things that I wanted to install before, when I started disassembling this whole RC, I wasn't thinking about putting the ESC or the motor into here. I wanted to change out the servo, and this is a water resistant or waterproof servo from Savox. You can look right there. This is the SW1211, and that was something that before I even acquired the RC, I knew I wanted to change out the servo. It was just more of a preference for me. I'm getting very much into the company Savox, and I'm very happy with their product. So I went and installed that. Now, other things that were installed, I did get a bearing kit for my steering. For some reason, it doesn't fit the steering post. So I gotta do a little bit more research and find out what went wrong. But that's the update that I have for right now. You guys are there's going to be questions about what spur gear I'm using, what pinion gear I'm using. That I'll go into a follow-up video, because most likely I'm going to have to take off this gear cover and to be able to fit a bigger pinion gear for this monster truck. Now, this RC will not be running for a little bit of time, for the reason that I do need to change out the wheels. Where is it at? I think I have the baggie somewhere. Bum, 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 bum. Aha! So I ended up getting the aluminum hubs, which they're right here, but I need the 2.2 rims, and the wheels. So that's going to be a follow-up update, because if I try to run this RC with the two things that I'm missing, stuff is going to start breaking immediately, which I do not want to deal with at that point before I even run the 1/10 scale Yeti. So I do have to adapt my my hubs. Also, another thing that I have to change out would be the wheels and stuff like that for me to install into there, and the rear drive shaft. Now, from what I understand, MIP is coming out with their new rear drive shaft, which I shall be installing. All the other drive shaft pieces are metal. I did install in the last video that you guys looked at. I got rid of the bone axles and then changed them out for for these axles, which is the AX31135. So as you can see, it says for the Yeti 380 and the EXO. So I ended up acquiring this. That's installed into the RC. I'm going to set up a lighting kit for this RC very soon. The body that I have set up for the Yeti shall be released this week. I'm not too sure what color scheme I'm going to go with as of this point. I pretty much have all the colors available to me. I think most likely I'm going to install this fan into the RC. Tell me what you think. Should I install it? Will it do anything for me, you know, on this type of update? We'll see. I got to wire mesh these wires just to give it a more custom feel, that it's one of my RCs and stuff like that. So a lot of things are going to be happening with the Yeti. And give me your opinion. The 1/8 scale Yeti, is it a yay or is it a nay? Should I acquire it? Should it be something that should be in my arsenal? I always thought the next RC I was going to get would be the Axial Yeti, but when I saw the 1/8 scale Yeti, I was kind of, you know, more pushing towards getting that. And if I do get the 1/8 scale Yeti, I would probably be throwing in a Mamba Monster, for the reason that the ESC is a lot more powerful than what's initially given to you from the Sidewinder 8. So that would be a major update if I do plan to get the 1/8 scale Yeti. So give me your opinions. I'm trying to finish up other projects in this RC game and stuff like that. I think the final things that I have to do, I just recently bought a cap for my XO1. I'm still waiting for the 20 amp AC, and then I should be ready. But other than that, yeah, this is the upgrade that I have. A few upgrades that I'm going to have for the Yeti, which will be on the next video, which will be the shock towers. I guess this part as well. I'm not too sure what it's called. I had it on top of my head. I just don't know what it is. The steering, that's going to be in aluminum as well. I'm not too sure what's coming out. I'm thinking about changing this out. Should I even attempt to change this out? I know the cap has to be changed, the diff cap has to be changed out, but should I just change out this whole shaft? I mean, I'm debating it a lot lately, since this is going to be a really this is going to be one of my hardcore bashers. So I'm really debating if I should even change that piece out. If I do, I do. I don't, I don't. But it is what it is. Yeah. So that's where I'm at. Oh, and another thing, my servo horn has to be changed out. I know people have asked me, when are you going to change that out? They were on back order, so that's going to be changed out in the coming week. I believe the delivery comes in on Tuesday, so that shall be taken care of as well. And I believe there is a mounting motor bracket for this as well. So hopefully that comes in as well, and then I'll just do that, install, well, have the pre-install, and then have everything installed on a follow-up video, and everything should be good to go. Anyway, rate, comment, subscribe, and tell my fellas up on YouTube. Later.